Hey, welcome to Podcast with a Client. Once again, I'm sitting opposite Mark Wilkinson, who has been with me over 2 years now, right?
Pretty much 2 years, yeah.
Amazing. And Mark is a husband, father of two, Mia and Shane.
That's correct.
He's a local butcher, the man with the tastiest meat in town. Now, I could go on a big tirade somewhere else there, but I'll not. I'll keep it clean for now.
Okay.
But we might have some meat jokes
Why not?
shortly, because meat jokes they're the boy, like.
They are.
So when Mark is not serving the town and chopping steaks and providing delicious meat for those taste buds,
Absolutely.
what does a day in the life of Mark look like, apart from work?
Very busy. So I'll rock up here at sort of 6 o'clock, or generally 6:10 when it's about to start.
You're very often one of the later ones, I will say
Yes,
that. But you get it done.
I like me spot at the back.
Aye.
You know what I mean? It's my comfort zone here. So once I've done there, I'll quickly head home, shower, back straight to work. So like, it's a long drawn out process because everything's done fresh.
Yeah.
So we'll rock on with that. Serve a few people, get a few deliveries out, and then we'll go home. Monday night's football night, so I coach kids football.
Nice.
Under 16s, we do Shane's team.
Nice.
And then apart from that, that's about me. I think there's nothing really that much more interesting about us.
I'm sure there is.
It.
I'm sure there is, but we'll get into that.
End of podcast.
So, 2 years ago, just over 2 years ago, you obviously were not in the best place. You weren't smashing life or anything.
No.
You know, there was a few things there, because I know there'll be a lot of lads listening to this in a very similar position. So what made you think, right, I need to sort myself out, I need to do something about my health, my fitness, my routine? Was there a kind of a moment for you? Was it an accumulation of things piling up? Like, what was your story before coming?
Yeah, so I think it was probably more of an accumulation of things. I used to drink a lot. I know everybody says
I want to know how much.
Damn.
Like, seriously, just tell us how
See,
much.
I didn't drink beer. Now, well, I have an occasional one, but like my vice was like vodka, rum, spirits and stuff like that. So like I would clear probably 3-4 litres a week.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, but I think I just used it because we're having the business and that we've been there for that long. That is my like fast track to chilling.
Yes.
So like I get in the house and like that's, you know, I love having a drink when I'm cooking. So I'll have tea and have a drink, and then that'll go on from sort of 4:30, 5 o'clock, all the way up till I go to bed, which can be stretched out from let's have another one at 10:30 and still be there at 1 o'clock. And I was just fed up with it. I think I followed you on Instagram in about the January, and I thought, like, you know, that looks like something that I could do. And then eventually dropped the message in about March time, I think it was.
Yeah, takes a little while to get that sort of courage up. So I think it's sometimes you're still a little bit in denial. Like, I'm not that bad right now. Not that bad.
Nah.
It's all right. But
the other thing I did dry January, which kind of broke the cycle of getting pissed every night, basically.
Yeah, nice.
And then it's sort of that, you know, that wasn't there anymore. So I could potentially do something else.
Yeah.
I could better myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when I dropped the message to you, it was a matter of like, I think it was the next day I come. So I paid the money online and I thought, you know, here we're going. And I remember driving around here in the morning, I came in from the bottom end.
Aye.
And I was thinking, please let this just be some sort of empty warehouse and I've just been fucking robbed of 200 quid. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, nah. And then I walked through the door and like the amount of people that greeted us, everything was just like, it was like my thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not a very good exerciser or nothing like that by myself.
Yeah.
But like doing it with people, and I don't have many mates that do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't have anybody to hold my hand and take us through it.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of getting in there and like everyone was mint. So
That's mint.
I just loved everything about it.
First impressions matter, like they really do, and I'm glad it's had an impact on you since day one, which is awesome. I just want to touch on that drinking a little bit more because the amount of people, because I'm talking about drinking a lot now because it's nearly 7 years for me now, and it's obviously I'm discovering that a lot of blokes, 30s, 40s, beyond, want to either give up the drink or drastically reduce it because it's becoming a problem. So I know for me it was like weekend warrior, constantly pissed most Saturday nights. It was wrecking us for like 2-3 days because I'd just go overboard. But what kind of downsides were you really noticing when you were in that constant like drinking almost every night cycle? Like, what was the main points that thought, I do not want to continue to feel like this?
See, it's mad, right? Like, I was knackered, but it was normal. Do you know what I mean? That was the scary thing. And like, I look back now and probably say, like, how different I feel sort of in my head. Like, work-wise, I'm sharper. Everything's like, I'm a different person.
Yeah.
When I'm not hammered. And I,
Yes.
like, I'll still drink, like, on a weekend. I'm actually going to try now to not drink till Christmas. Me last Saturday was me sort of thingy. But, like, you know, I can feel I'm groggier.
Yes.
I'm just, I don't know. I'm just not bothered. I'm tired. I'm lethargic, and like, just can't be arsed.
Yeah. I think every problem that comes in life, because you can't go through life not expecting problems.
No.
Every problem that comes is always worse dealt with when you're tired. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I felt, and I knew this, that alcohol robs you of is energy.
Oh, totally.
More than anything, because then your energy's low, your mood's low, your attention span's low, your enthusiasm. Your strength even feels low. You feel like flat. You feel a bit deflated. You don't feel energized, like you want to take action. You don't want to do anything uncomfortable. You just want to sedate even more. And sometimes it's like it encourages obviously the worst food choices, sleep, all the rest. Let me ask you about your son Shane.
Right. Okay.
So Shane's been training in the gym with yourself and me.
Yeah.
He started on the strength training program with you. Did 8 to 12 weeks on that.
Yes.
And then he's joined TST, which he's doing 4 mornings a week with you, training like an absolute beast. At 16 years old, ripped to bits, lean us out. He's got youth on his side for sure. But I'm more curious about, as a dad, how that's positively impacted your relationship, how it's positively impacted him from you being a more like a bigger role model, because obviously you stepped up for a good near 2 years before he stepped into it. So how do you think that's changed your relationship with him?
So we get on mint anyway.
Yeah.
We're definitely on the same wavelength. Now, like, with me doing that, and he sees the stuff that goes on Instagram, and you know, he's like, oh, look at that, that's mint. And then it was just sort of, he's at that age where he's starting, well, like you've just said there, that perfect age to shape his body and that, and he's got in, and he's starting to get muscles and all that sort of stuff, and he's what's probably the word I'm looking for? He's kind of loving himself. He's at that age where you're like, oh yes, and you can see a bit of confidence there. So when we did like the strength thing, it was just a matter of like, let's see if we can turn you up. You know, this will be perfect. You'll absolutely love it, and like, it's something totally different that none of his mates are be able to do. I don't think, and you know, just something for himself and the two of us, because the only time we'd spend a lot of time together will be maybe he's in the car on the way to footy. That will be our time, which is mint. But now we've got this in the morning as well.
Nice.
He's dead easy to get out of bed. Yeah. So you just give him a nudge and then he's up and ready.
That's rare for a teenager, man.
Oh,
that's rare for a teenager. That's good, man.
No, so
that's really good.
If it was me, the other way around, there's no way to get her out of bed. I need a crane to get her out of bed in the morning. So, but when I think it was maybe like week 8 of the 12-week strength when he started really sort of shaping his body up, and then like the confidence just went like through the roof. And it's wicked to see. Now I think we had, because I knocked me back at the end of that 12 weeks, if you remember, and had maybe a week off, 2 weeks off, and like he was sort of losing that definition after that 2 weeks. It's what can I do? So I'm going, well, you gone to the gym with your mates, but it's one of them. I think when you got at that age, you go to the gym, he smells like aftershave when he goes in, and he still smells like aftershave when he comes out. Now, I know that he can't be doing fuck all when he goes in there, because I pick him up and take him to footy. So he gone in the footy playing with aftershave on, and he smells mint, and then he comes out and he fucking stinks because he's a teenage boy. So that's the difference, you know, that he is really putting a shift in when he comes here.
Yeah, that's it.
So the opportunity, obviously, I spoke to you, didn't I? Doing the 6-week thing. And he was like, oh no, but there's older people there, I didn't want to date and that. And it'd be fine, man. Everybody's cool, everyone's fine.
It's cool because he's 16. Like, obviously the average age is 40, 50 in the room. So he's like well with all that people, but totally he's like different. He's smashing it, and it's like, it's good to see. It's nice to see that dynamic, to be fair. For everyone from a 16-year-old up to, you know, a 66-year-old, I think is the most, which is 16 to 66. That just goes to show that no matter where you're at, you can do something. Yeah. I'm always a firm believer doing what you can with where you are, with what you've got. Because, I mean, prior to starting TST, did you have any sort of them I guess you could call it limiting belief about what your body's capable of, if you'll be too unfit, if you'll be too fat past it all. Like, what were your thoughts before you started?
Oh, well, absolutely. Well, I mean, like, I was probably like a barrel when I come here, and I lost 2 stone fairly instantly with just exercising.
Yeah.
So I did think that I was probably past it.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be like, maybe I might have just been about 40 when I joined here. So, you know, I just thought that was it, over with. But I was wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like, that could have been me. Like, just, I see it every day. Sorry, that's probably a bit shit to put in there. But, like, people that come into work, deal a lot with the public.
Yeah.
And loads of them are, like, so much bigger than I am.
Yeah.
But, like, even them could start something like this.
Absolutely.
And make something of themselves. Do you know what I mean?
100%, man.
Gives you so much more confidence, though, you know, like, even, like, down to putting a shirt on, like, jumper going down the smaller size, all them little things really build up to be massive.
They do, because then you take on more, like, opportunities in life, like the things that you avoid that would, like, be good for you and the family, or just for your own personal, like, happiness and growth, like things that you know what, I'm going to give that a shot. Whereas, like, people forget, later, no, not quite. Like, we'll do it next year. We'll wait till the summer. We'll do it. But, like, you're more able, I think, when you're fit and healthy and confident. You've got that ability to say yes more to stuff, to be like, well, let's do it. Like, your enthusiasm changes, and that affects everyone. This is what people don't realize. When you're tired and you're drinking too much and you're robbed of energy, you stay, like, safe and comfortable all the time, just in your little bubble. But, like, ultimately, it's not a happy place to be. It's just a comfortable place. But as we know, all we need is outside our comfort zone, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you've got to be willing to push through that. So, here's a good question. Because you haven't been here 3 years yet, but what would the version of you 3 years ago say now?
That's a really good question, isn't it?
So if we were standing here, Mark, 3 years ago, what do you think you'd say to you now?
Shows your 6-pack. Wow, I wish I'd had that on a bit of paper yesterday to think about. I don't know. Mark 3 years ago probably would have just laughed at us.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you doing? Like, really?
Yeah.
And then walked away.
Yeah.
I think it would have just been
not being able to believe what he's seeing.
Nah,
like,
not at all.
Yeah.
Like, you're right, like the comfort zone thing. I was, my day was, it's similar. Like, to be fair, the mornings I do get up fairly early, so like I had a mega chill before I got to work. But I was like, so now I have a little bit of chill of coffee and then I come here.
Yeah.
So like, I haven't made that much of it.
What would you say in the last 2 years has been your top 3 biggest results and wins that make you think, fuck me, I can't believe I've done that?
Total Warrior was probably one of them.
Mint.
So when I joined, I think the guys had just done it, maybe.
For those that don't know, by the way, Total Warrior is a 12k obstacle course. So it's about 8-9 mile off the trot, where you're jogging, doing an obstacle, whether it be like pulling yourself over a massive fence, going in under barbed wire fences, jumping in and out of water, monkey bars, all like active shit, right? So you did that with your son.
Yeah. I and used a lot, and it was tremendous. I think 12k. I remember doing the couch to 5k like well before COVID.
Yeah.
And like 5k was fucking, I was nearly dead by the end of it. So like coming to do 12k
with obstacles as well.
Yes, man, it was mental. Yeah. But smashed it. So I got, I remember got to 10k. I was like flagging.
Yeah.
And I wanted some food. But there was one of them gyros kebab things at the end that I really, really wanted. I earmarked that, so I was fucking ploughing through just to get that.
Well, that's cool because that's not only something that you've proved yourself you could do physically, so you had to be fit for that. You can't be unfit and get through all them things.
Not a chance, no.
But that's also created a life memory for you and your son.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I remember when I did that, even if you never did it again, but I remember when I did that class, I was fit enough to do that in my 40s. I was like, that was a mint that did do that with my son. That's one. So what's the other 2, would you say, that have been like, fuck me moments? I can't believe I've achieved that.
Someone a bit on the confidence side, I guess. So you know, like, so my Facebook, I would change it with a business.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way in a million years I would have ever put out a Facebook video, not a hope in hell.
Mm-hmm.
And that Mark from 3 years ago, would have like, I would have pissed myself laughing at me on that. Honestly, I really would have done. But I would never have had the confidence to do that.
Yeah. So it's opened up more opportunities business wise. And also finance-wise, it's invited more people to come to the shop to find out about your product, to offer deals, to come just be more trusting in you because you have the confidence to put yourself out there, right?
Yeah, so I think confidence has always been a massive thing, but like I'd never really known how to get it, if that makes sense.
Confidence creates cash.
Yeah, man.
Like in a business sense, it absolutely does, because you gravitate people toward people who are not just naturally confident, but confident in what they give. You give a great service and great product at great competitive prices with a smile on your face. You're certain and confident to say, this is good shit. Like I am. I say, look, I will get you in shape no matter what. I don't care what you've tried before. I'm confident to do that.
Yeah.
Like confidence creates a connection. And when you don't have it and you hide away, people just go to the next confident person who will be able to give them what they want. So that in every aspect of life, it massively helps you advance, right?
Yeah.
But here's a question for business, because there'll be a lot of lads out there in their 40s, maybe 50s, that have run busy, stressful businesses. How do you manage training on a morning, running a successful business, being a family man? Like, how do you manage the pressures of that? What would you say is like your sort of key tips for being able to fit it all in? Because that's a big thing for a lot of guys. I don't have time. I'll be tired for work if I do it on a morning, all the rest.
Yeah.
Like, what would be your strategy to say, well, this is how I handle it?
So I mean, like, so my average day, I do this in my own time. It's not family time. It's literally time when I'll be sitting on the settee having a coffee, watching some crap on the telly. So that's
is what most people do before they go to work. On the morning,
so,
or just sleep in.
So I do that. That's the time when it doesn't matter to anybody.
Yep.
And then I would say every day that I do this, I feel like I've got so much more energy, so much more to give at work once I've done it. Like, I skipped Monday. I had to get into work early. That was
text you.
I know you did.
Like?
I'm sorry.
Wait, Mark, why are you missing?
I nearly beat you to it. I nearly texted you to say, I'm sorry, I'm not coming in. I've got a carry bit on, so I had to get into work early. So on like Monday, for example, I was fucking flagging, come like lunchtime and that, whereas normally I would be picked up and I would be good for the day, if that makes sense. So that I get it out of the way, and I don't do training on an evening. I think I've been twice. I've injured myself twice on the night time, so it's definitely not the right time. But after work, it's family time, and it.
Good.
So that doesn't.
You've still got the energy after work now because you get up and train.
Aye.
A lot of people don't understand that. They think that they'll get up early. If they get up an hour earlier, they'll be in the exercise. They'll be more tired during the day, and they'll fuck their energy. It's actually the opposite. You're more energized.
Totally.
You feel initially tired for the first 15-20 minutes, but as soon as you get started, it's like turning the engine. You're on.
Oh yeah,
you're on. So you're around food all day. You're around, obviously running a butcher shop, and you're around. So how's your food habits changed? Your food perception, your beliefs since you've started training properly with TST. What would you say has been the biggest shift in that side of things?
Well, I think obviously the downside of drinking a canny bit, you eat a lot of shit anyway. So like with knocking that a lot on the head, I don't eat anywhere near as much crap as I used to.
Yeah.
But like so food wise now, I just try and make the smarter choices now. So, for example, like I've just come from work and I literally just had 2 pork steaks without a bun. Normally there would have been a bun, there would have been sauce, there would have been maybe some cheese, something like that. But now it's just the smarter choices.
Yeah. And it's probably small shifts as well. Like, it's not, you haven't totally overhauled everything. You've just kind of obviously stopped the ridiculous alcohol intake.
Yeah.
And you've kind of cut little things out.
Aye.
And that's like small shifts, like life shifts in degrees, not angles at a time. It's not like, I have to change everything. That's what people have, this all or nothing approach, don't they? Like, I'll have to do all or nothing. I'll have to do 6 mornings a week and I'll have to track every calorie and I'll have to always like be no alcohol all year and all the rest. And like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
You just have to shift little things and they'll make a big difference over time. As you've been doing this nearly 2 years now, or just over 2 years. So that's like, you can't do that all or nothing for years. It has to be like them little shifts constantly.
Right. I think I could have been that all or nothing person for a time.
Yeah.
But like, when I first started, I said I lost 2. I'm sure it was about 8 weeks. I'd lost 2 stone. Like, it literally fell off.
Yeah.
But like, after that, I was constantly weighing myself to see how much I was, how much I'd lost, and then I wasn't losing anything.
Then you're getting frustrated.
Yeah, but now like I didn't even bother weighing myself. It's more like
Because you don't need to.
I've changed shape.
Yeah.
So like, and I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
With the shape that I am. I don't need to know how heavy I am
Well, that's
every
good.
day.
That's great because you train to feel good up here, don't you?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know, this stuff will come in time when you're really focused on it. But the main thing is you feel good in your head and you're healthy enough and you've got the energy. You know, it's not about having a six-pack or that's great. It's nice when it comes, but it's a hard slog to get there. For a lot of people, that's just not the goal. The goal is to feel great, so everyone in your life benefits.
Yeah.
You know, that's my ultimate goal, is to help lads feel great again. What's been the biggest shift mentally for you? So you've heard me talk a lot about mindset. Obviously, I do a little bit of a speech every morning. I tell you quotes. I give you shifts and perspectives to think about. What's one thing that I've said that's really stuck with you, would you say, over the years? It's made you think, I would have never thought that before, but that really sticks with us. A phrase, a quote, an idea. There has been a lot.
Yeah, there has been a few, hasn't there?
But there's something that's stuck with you.
I don't know. Is it, what is it? Training for sanity, not vanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
That's a fantastic one. I love that.
There's quite a few. But and do you know what it is? There's loads of stuff that you say that I'll get through the day and I'll go to Sarah halfway through the day and I'll go, Luke was on about that. It is.
Yeah, I'm insert myself as the third person in relationships quite a lot, you know.
I'm feeling you will, exactly.
So what else? You got train for sanity, not vanity. I love that one. What else would you say?
I'm not a fan of the term, but I know you love it. The movement is medicine thing. Yeah. So like, I think I've proved myself through that because I've knocked myself quite a few times.
Yeah. Not
just here, but everywhere. I'm like one of them people. And I've moved and I've got better. Yes. And I knocked my arm and I was off for like 3 days, didn't I?
Yeah.
But like we did other shit. And
yeah.
we kept it up. We didn't stop.
You ruptured your bicep, right?
Yes, snapped my bicep.
Yeah. So pulled it. Was it a tendon?
The whole the hook bit that goes in your arm, that came
rolled
off,
up, didn't it?
Yes.
Aye. And then like what was it? About 3 days later, you were back in.
Something like that.
Doing some just one arm stuff and like just holding it up. Yeah.
I could do like a plank and stuff with one arm and that.
Yeah.
It worked.
And it did because it kept you going. It got you not stopping. That's a transition from not having to be the all or nothing to little and often, and something. You know, something.
Out's better than out.
Exactly. Out is better than out. That is a pure Geordie saying, isn't it?
There you go.
Out is better
you
than
need
out.
to get that into the speech tomorrow.
I'm gonna get that on the back of a t-shirt. Out's better than out.
Can I get a credit for that?
Okay. What would your what do your family and your mates say now about your progress? Is there anything funny that sticks in? Is there anything that's meaningful that like hits you in the heart? Like, what have they said about your progress? Because obviously you've changed the last couple of years quite a lot.
I think I've got like quite a few like close people that'll come like into work and that, and a lot of people initially were like complimenting on like the change in me look, and I think like you can tell as well by how I am, like the way that I like the energy I put across, I guess, when I'm serving people. So like that is noticed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like if Sarah does Slimming World. And like I'm now able to she's lost tons of weight, compared to like what I've been, and I've been eating the same rabbit food as she has sometimes. But it's for her, it's like she does her own thing, I do mine. We sort of compete against each other, so it's supporting her, nice. In her little journey. Yeah. And well, obviously now with Shane and me, as the same. Me, I need to kick up the arse a lot of the time, and it's something for her to aspire to be like. But she's still too young to be able to do something like what we do.
Yeah.
But you never know, one day we might get her in here.
Exactly. You can only be a good influence, man. That's it. Only be a good influence. So if another person in a similar situation came to you, let's say there's another, for argument's sake, Tony out there who runs his own business, in his 40s, lacking in energy, drinking almost every night, got a family, tired, stressed, makes excuses. What would you honestly tell that person about like making a change, about being a part of something, about getting a handle on your health routine? Like, what would you say to that person if they were asking your advice?
Yeah, I would say you've got to sort of, this, I don't know, how's the word, is just like follow your heart, follow what you're thinking, because people will laugh You know what I mean? I got tell like, oh, it's like joining a cult and all that
It
sort
is.
of stuff. And I know. No comment.
People don't understand. Yeah.
All right, but no, people will take the piss.
Yeah.
And obviously you're 40, whatever, and you shouldn't be doing that. How much money does it cost? How does it really cost that much?
Yeah.
But you can go to the gym for like fucking £15 a month or whatever.
Yeah.
You're right, you can, but you didn't get what you get here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would just say, listen, just go on for it. And I think the guys downstairs, not that they're there now, like, but when you see some of them, like, they're inspiring.
Yep.
There's been some people who are a lot bigger than me, a lot older than me, and they absolutely smash off the stuff that we do. I mean,
absolutely.
like, even like when we did Warrior, there was a lot of older people than I was there, and
definitely.
they were cut up with the best of them.
Yeah. There's so many examples as well when you're around people like David Broomfield, 3 stone gone. He's like 6'4" giant. He was like 20 odd stone. But now he's like training 5 days a week, smashing it, feeling amazing, feels 10 years younger in his energy. You've got like Martin, who just joined like 2 months ago, 10 weeks ago. It lost like 19 pound in 6 weeks. Bigger lad, obviously had more to lose, but like all these little things you see, and you see these results, and that inspires you on as well. Like when you see lads, and there's been lads with us 6 year, 8 year, 11 year, like that's a long time to look after your health and be consistent with a program. Like most people don't even last the past 6 weeks, let alone 6 years and a decade. It's inspiring. I think all the different age groups and abilities and sizes, and I just think we've got something special, mate.
Yeah, but it proves if you put the shift in, then you get a result.
100%.
As simple as that.
100%. Like you said just there, like when you said follow what you're telling yourself, follow your heart, like loads of lads are saying I should do something, and I should do. It's all that should. We have a list of shoulds, don't we?
No, yeah.
I should get a handle on my health. I should stop drinking so much. I should get to bed on time. I should probably drink more water. I should get in the gym more. But. Insert excuse here. And I think a lot of people kind of get past that, what you said before, the piss taking, how much you spend on that, you're stupid, you can get it for so much cheaper than that, obviously, but we know what it's like. The gym compared to a proper program is miles apart. But it's like also that the opinions of others is very difficult to get over. So how did you get over the opinions of others? Did you just brush it off, or did you think, actually, I'm going to show you? Because sometimes that's a good thing. Or was it just like, did it not bother you too much?
Do you know what, right? I've always been one of I take everything to heart.
Right.
So like maybe that was fueled a lot worse by alcohol.
Yes.
So like I was a lot more anxious, and I really, when it comes to stuff like that, you overthink it.
Yeah.
And like sort of the more fitter I got, the more confident I got, the less I give a fuck.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So like at first, I had a few people take the piss, and it just sort of brushed it off, and then you have a bit think afterwards, actually, am I right? Are they right?
Yeah.
Am I doing the right thing? But like, the proof's in the pudding, really, isn't it?
It is. And obviously, before you started, you didn't need to be fully confident or be fully ready. You just had to do it, and then the results followed, right?
Yeah, it's just taking the leap, stepping through the door, innit?
Exactly.
And getting here.
I reckon the hardest bit is not the doing; it's the starting. Would you agree?
Yeah,
it's not the doing. It's never the doing, is it? It's that initial call, that first step through, that first message to say, "I need help. Can I do this?" Making the conversation, sending the message, making the payment, getting your foot through the door, saying yes. The hardest bit is start. Once you've started, that's like, I think, the biggest hurdle. Like the hardest thing, it's up here.
Yeah, once you've got your first sort of session under your belt, it's hard, isn't it?
That's it.
But sometimes like if I brought Shane here, I come with me, and that's fine for him. But like I come by myself, not doing this before, and you're scared looking stupid, aren't you?
Yeah, of course you are.
And I probably still do look stupid, to be fair, if you watch back on the camera. But I'm not
only
really that
when you got your arse up in a plank, that's all.
Oh, did you see how bad that was? I thought that, I genuinely thought I was proper straight then.
That's why you got a coach to tell you otherwise, haven't you?
Cheers. But even when he shouted at us, I was still like, I don't know, whatever position
What am I doing wrong?
was.
What am I doing wrong? I'm fine.
Exactly.
I'm fine. You're not, man.
Exactly. I was like that.
I can see you.
I was just like that.
It's like a fucking triangle. We're not doing yoga, mate.
Yeah, and I think you need to stand on my back more. But I know it's one of them, isn't it? You get out with the first sort of initial feeling of, feeling like a dick, and then that's it.
You have to be, I think, as well, like, because I've tried loads of different things in the past, like skill levels, boxing, all kinds, and at first you are shit. Like, you have to be willing to be a bit shit. Like, you can't breathe, can't move, can't lift, can't do this, can't... You have to be able to be willing to be shit for a few weeks. Because you're never going to go into something and be mint unless you're naturally gifted, which is very few people. You have to be going to something new, like even just basic exercise, and be willing to be shit. And that's okay. But when you're in the right environment, that's cool because other people will encourage you. Come on, do a bit more. And then when you support, it's like, that was class, do it. Let's do it
what
again.
You do get here. There's a good few people now that sort of like spur you on, that give you that kick up the arse to get that extra rep in or something like that. And that's mint, that.
That is. You don't get that in a gym.
Nah, because they've all been in your situation.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
exactly.
I mean?
That's what separates going to the gym, I think, from a proper program, is going to gyms full of... It's all kinds of people, but there's a lot of people who are already in shape, already know what they're doing. That's very intimidating for people who...
Well, for a guy like me, it was exactly that. Is the last thing you want, especially if I'm training in Jarrah. So I had a membership at the gym along the road from me, and I know everybody around there. And then I'm lifting some weights, and they're like, "Oh, there's that fat lad that works in the butchers." Do you know what I mean? Oh, nah. Whereas they're like stood there in the vest, and I'm in a hoodie because I'm scared of what I look like.
Yeah.
You know
it is intimidating for people who are new to the thing, like anything, but. Again, you have to be willing to be a bit shit at the start, and that's all right. The only way that you become happier is to get better at something anyway. So if you're great at the thing, you're not necessarily going to be really happy. It's usually, I think, when you're not too good and you get better, you get that buzz. Yeah. Oh, a bit more. Oh, actually, I can do that now. Couldn't do that last week. Last month, I couldn't even do all this 2 months ago. I would do everything. You know, that's the buzz, I think.
Yeah.
You know, learning yourself, innit?
Absolutely, yeah. It all comes in a little bit of time, though, doesn't it?
It does. It certainly does. So let's end on a fun note. What would you say is the best meat joke that you know?
Do you know what? I think you're asking the wrong person. I think you need to ask David Bruce.
Well, yes,
he spams my Facebook page with every meat-related joke ever.
You got any beef curtains in?
Beef curtains?
You got any gammon hangers?
He replied to this little old lady that messaged on my page the other week about beef curtains, and then he said something along the lines of like, the best curtains I've ever had is from Marks.
Oh my god.
And how do you respond to that in a public domain?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to get my podcast now, aren't I?
Fuck you all. Aye. So
well, what's the funniest butcher shop story that you know that's happened? Because you've been doing over 20 years, right?
Yeah, man.
So what's the funniest butcher or the most odd butcher stop story that you've got to finish on?
Really? I don't know, mate.
Not been a funny one?
Nah.
No odd requests?
No, I mean, people ask for like testicles and that now and again. I don't know if they've ever been serious.
I actually, about 20 years ago now.
You put some testicles in your mouth?
No, I did not. However, I did ask the butchers if they had testicles because I heard that it was great for testosterone, you know.
Aye.
Obviously,
it's necking someone else's.
Someone else's fucking balls. However, I don't know if that's actually true. But I do know that organs are great for your blood profile and all the rest.
Yeah.
Like heart and liver and kidneys and all that. They're very good to eat for increasing. That? No, I don't like offal.
Oh, no, neither me.
I used to eat heart because it was just tolerable. Like kidney, liver, nah. No. Well, obviously you probably sell that though.
Oh yeah, I cut it up, but I think it's.
Do you find it's more old people who eat offal?
No, it's a mixture.
Is it?
Aye.
I mean, it is good for you. It is actually genuinely good for you. A lot of vitamins
good stuff
in it. But it's just the taste is rotten.
No,
it's absolutely rotten.
Don't mind cutting it, but like, I couldn't eat it.
Yeah, nice, amazing. No. Well, Mark, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's been amazing. It's been a right laugh, and
cool.
I guess I'll see you in the morning for training.
I'll be there in the morning.
All right. All right then. Let's do it. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and click the subscribe button and turn notifications on so you are notified of every new video that drops every single week here on the channel. And also, if you would like a free copy of my second book, Supercharged, the modern day guide to creating outstanding levels of energy, motivation, and self-control, then I've got it on audio right now. All you need to do is go to superchargedaudio.com, enter your details, and it's yours to your email inbox for free. Let's go. See you on the next video.